Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. And before we move forward, let's cue that goddamn intro.
I had to cut out the oil. I just got me a little bit. But I got me a little boy. I ain't no better by doors. She ain't no better by doors.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Sorry for streaming a little bit later than expected, but I was quite busy with work, out and about, having to get things sorted, and you know what it's like. It can be quite a headache. Guys, how you doing? Feels like it's been a long time since I last spoke to you. I think it's been about 3 or 4 days since I've actually done a stream, and it feels good to actually be back on the channel. You can probably see that GNA TV, the actual banner and the name has changed colour as well. We've edited the banner and everything about it as well. So please continue to subscribe, smash the like button if you're new to here as well. We are back and we are here to present the uh, the afternoon Prem show. The Premier League review show is what we're calling it now. The Premier League review show, and we will be delving into the games that are coming up this week. What we do is we go through games individually. I usually have a panel as well for people to get involved and have their say. But yeah, that we may have a couple of people coming in and out as well. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll give my predictions. I want you guys in the chat to get involved. Give us your thoughts. Tell me what your thoughts and feelings are of each and every game. Sure, we can open up the lines as well for you guys, so you guys can get involved. But like I said before we move forward, smash the likes. Let's try and get to 30 likes as quickly as possible. Let's share on all our socials as well. Let's let people know that we are live, because at the moment I don't think YouTube is letting people know that I am. So let's try and help people know that we are live. Let's go through the chats quickly. Big up to Jem. Smash the like button is what Jose CFC is saying. Big up to him as well. Uh, Big up to Big Ron as well. He says good afternoon. Big up to Concierge of Crime as well. He says big up Jem. Smash the like button. Big up to Declared. Is there a problem with my sound quality? Because I've got a new laptop. But I haven't got my microphone in. Can you hear me? Or is it an issue? Can someone in the chat let me know? Just so that I know moving forward. Because what I don't want to do is be talking and you just can't hear me properly or it isn't clear. Let me know in the chat if it's clear or unclear. Bit muffled. I tested this before I went live. Everyone was saying that I was talking, said it was fine. You can hear me though, yeah? All right, that's fair enough. I might need to. You can hear me, but it's a bit tinny. All right, okay. I might need to go and get my microphone then. It's a bit tinny, but we can hear you. We can hear you, but it's kind of muffled. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go and get a microphone. Let's let people get in, and then we'll go live. I'll throw something funny on for you at the moment. Thanks. I am still here, guys. Do not worry. Oh, this is a nightmare. Nightmare, man. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, guys. Let me sort this out. This is what happens when you buy a new laptop and you don't come prepared. This is why I can't wait till I get the house. Right, I'm back. Sorry. I'm back, people. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me better? Because now I've got the microphone in. That should be clearer for you guys. Sorry, guys. I know I disappeared for 2 seconds, but I had to go and get the microphone and whatever else. It's just, fuck. I've had a nightmare. This is what happens when you buy a new laptop and you rely on your speaker and then you think you can get away with it, but obviously I can't. I'm back. Jem killed himself. I didn't kill myself, Hassan. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm back. I'm back, and I'm here to bring you content. Let's go. Listen, I need at least 2 people from the chat to join me on this stream. Who wants in? Who wants in? Who wants to join me? Go through the Premier League. Go through the Premier League breakdown of the games this week. I need 2 people. 2 people, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And then we can get this stream going. Because at the moment it's been a bit of a delay, 8 minutes in, but we move. We move. Otherwise I will start it. But listen, look. Do you know what, actually? Before we even go anywhere, I was looking at this little comment from Absolute Chelsea about the COVID thing. Obviously, it was mentions about the Premier League clubs will contest FIFA enforcement of Brazil's request to bar their internationals from featuring for a period of 5 days, which is absolute madness. Absolute Chelsea has commented from the Independent saying Chelsea among the clubs who believe there is no basis for such action given the extraordinary circumstances around COVID restrictions, which prevented players from being able to travel and report for national team duty. And I hear that. I do hear that. I just think it's mad that Brazil have requested it, to be honest. They've actually requested that. You know, requesting international from featuring for a period of literally for 5 days, they're saying. After they're saying don't allow them to feature. I don't see that. I don't see the point of that. I really, really don't. It's an absolute madness. Madness in the house. Big up to Mikhail as well. Hope yous are all well, man. Hope yous are all well. Right, let's delve into it. Let's delve into this Premier League week. It's starting from week 4, I think it is. Yeah, week 4. We start with the Palace and Tottenham game, guys. Now, I want you guys to get involved in the chat. Let me know your score predictions. What you think the score is going to be between these individuals. Obviously, Tottenham are sitting top of the league. Thought I'd never say that. Tottenham are sitting at top of the league. Top of the league with with the last 5 games, winning 3 and drawing 2, played 3, won 3, drawn and lost none. Up against the Palace team who are played 3, lost 1, drawn 2, lost 1, won none, with 2 points. So they've only drawn 2, given them 2 points. And look at their current form at the moment. You know, they've lost 2, lost 1, they've drawn 2, and they're on to their 4th game. So Palace are away, at home as well. So Palace are at home up against Spurs as well. It's going to be an interesting game. I think, to be honest, Spurs are on a bit of form at the moment under Nuno as well. I think that we will see that there's a lot of opportunity, shall we say, opportunity for them to kick on. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Actually, some of people saying they want to join, so there's the link. 2 or 3 people. That's all I need. 2 or 3 people at a max. I need 2 or 3 people that want to join. The link's in the chat. Come on, get involved. I want to know what your predictions are for the game. And then we're going to also do our review of who we think is going to be in the current top 4. Who's going to end in the current top 4. It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Daniel's saying Gallagher and Son with the goals. What are your score prediction, guys? That's what I want to know. What are your score predictions for this game? Let me know in the chat. We've got Perry Sports with Lewis. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yourself?
Not bad. We've got Hassan here as well. Big up to Hassan. Guys, what are your thoughts on the Palace and Spurs game? Obviously, Spurs are away, Palace at home. Obviously, Spurs sitting flying are on. Oh, actually, we've got Declared here as well. 1 second. Declared, you all right as well, mate? What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not bad. So, predictions for this game. Obviously, Daniel's saying 1-1. Chris is saying 1-0. El Padrino saying tight London affair here, so he can only see a 1-0 or a 1 apiece. I mean, we'll start with Lewis as well. Lewis, what's your thoughts, mate, on this game?
Well, I mean, Spurs are on form for once in their life. However, Palace won't make it easy, and I think that gets shown stats and that. However, I think Spurs will win that 2-0.
2-0 Spurs, and who's scoring the goals, mate? Who are you going for?
Well, Son's out. Well, reportedly out. Bergeron's reportedly out, and so is Oliver Skip. So we'll see some change, of course. Should these injuries force them out? I'm going to say Harry Kane don't get one. I think Dele Alli will get one.
Fair enough. I'm going with a 2-0 Spurs, as you can see in the chat there. Guys, keep getting your predictions in, what your thoughts are, who you think the key players are, who you think is going to score the goals. We've got 1-1 from C London as well. Says Palace Spurs. Son is out as well, which is true, but Kane is back. Hassan, what's your thoughts, bro?
I think it's going to be a tight game, but I personally think it'll go 2-1 Spurs. I think Spurs, they always have this weird run where at the start of the season they'll go, like, they'll do what they did with Mourinho, be first for a while, then they'll drop off and get gassed out. I think it's going to be a 2-1 Spurs. If not, it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. 1-1 is what Hassan's saying. What are you saying, Declared?
I'm going for a draw. I've actually heard that there's more players that could be out. They could have up to 7 players out with Romero and Salso in that whole messed up Brazilian thing. They have to isolate. I heard Sanchez has to isolate. Son could be out. I think it was Sigurdsson, Skip, and Bergwijn all have injury concerns, so they could have 7 players out. It could be essentially Tottenham B team versus a fresh Palace, who a lot of players haven't played international. So I'm going for a draw.
It's going for a draw. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's definitely going to be a tight game. Abs is here as well. Let's get Abs in. That'll be enough. I think that's enough in terms of numbers. Otherwise, we'll be here all day going for every single game. But Abs, welcome, mate. What's your thoughts on this game as well? Spurs versus Palace.
What are you saying, Jem? You good first and foremost?
Not bad, man. Not bad, thank you. Not bad, bro.
All right, 9. So, what are you saying? Mandem Palace against Spuds. Obviously, after we swept them, they've not looked too bad, So, maybe a 1-1. Actually, 2-1 Spurs. That's for a good reason, because I want them to keep winning. So when we go play them next week and we slap 4 past them, we can be the ones who be like, now we ended your run, you clans. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, we got them coming up soon, actually, haven't we? I forgot about that. So it's going to be interesting stuff. To be honest, I think if you look at Spurs and their actual fixtures, they've got Palace, Chelsea, Wolves in the EFL, Arsenal, Aston Villa. I mean, you look at them games, and that's all the way up to the beginning of October. There's some more games, isn't there, for them, And I know they're sitting top at the moment. Obviously, there's not much to look into at the moment, especially at the beginning of the season. But, we'll talk a bit later on in terms of where we think Spurs can finish or who will be in our top 4. We'll jump on that a bit later rather than talk about it now because we have got so many games to get through. Next game we're going to talk about quickly is Watford and Wolves. Obviously, Watford are sitting in 12th, Wolves in 18th. They've lost their last 3 games in a row, so 3 out of 3 they've lost. Wolves have won 1, lost 2, sitting on 3 points. I've put Watford as one of the teams that I think are going to get relegated, to be honest. I do think Wolves will improve in terms of their form because I watched them against Man United and I thought they were very unlucky to walk away with nothing, to be honest. But in this game, obviously Watford are at home. I think Wolves will win this one. I've got a feeling they're going to win. I think it's going to be 2-1. What's your thoughts, Lewis?
Well, Watford have had a rocky start. Obviously, they beat Villa. Let's not go there. I was a Villa fan myself. But Wolves, they've looked poor, and I don't know if that's because they're not adapting to how the new manager wants them to play or what. It's obviously so hard to say at the minute. But I think Watford will get the. I'm going to say a 2-1 Watford win.
2-1 Watford win is what we've got Lewis going for. What about you, Abs?
Oh, man, it depends what version of Adama Traore turns up. Jesus Christ. I like Watford, I can't lie. I do like Watford, and I like Wolves as well. So, 1-1 probably. Because Adama Traore is going to have one of them chances again. He's going to go full team over and then miss another couple saves. Watch.
Fair enough. There we go. What are you saying, Declared?
That's just making me laugh, man. I got a mate like him. He has that same reaction when he go to pick, when he's choosing off a menu. He can't decide.
Literally, yeah.
I'm really backing Wolves here. They've been unlucky. They've been creating chances, couldn't score. I'm actually gonna have a punt on them as well. They're good value. I think they've just been unlucky, and Watford have shown at home they've been alright, but I think Wolves have just been unlucky. So I think they'll get a result here, a much needed one, much deserved one actually, going by form.
I hear you. I do hear you. There's over 20 people here. Please smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Also share on all your socials as well, guys. We massively appreciate it, as always. Daniel says Wolves have had over 60 shots and they just spend a striker to put it in the... I mean, they've got Raul Jimenez, and he scores goals. Do you think it's just a thing of that he just needs a bit of time, minutes, fitness? Do you think that all has to play? I don't think he's lost his goal scoring prowess because we know he can score goals, don't we? But maybe it's just he needs a bit of time to get the feel of things, But it'd be interesting.
Well, he doesn't look like the same player, Jim. He needs time, but maybe he never comes back. That head injury, was a nasty one. You don't know how a player is going to come back from that.
Very, very true. So there's our thoughts on that game, guys. We're going to move on swiftly. We are moving on to Brentford and Brighton. Obviously, Brentford and Brighton. We've got Brentford in 10th. Flying high, actually. Not lost a game yet out of 3. Drawing 2 games, 1-1. They're on 5 points. They're up against the Brighton team, who are also in form as well. They're a point ahead of them. They've played 3, won 2, and lost 1. Who's at home? I didn't even look. Who's at home? So at home, we've got Brentford. I think this is going to be an interesting game because you've got both teams that like to play football, quite expansive, attacking, in your face. I've got a sneaky feeling that Brentford, Ivan Toney, is going to have a good season. And I've got a feeling Brentford are going to be that team that probably finish in the top 10. I've got a feeling, like just that random team that just get in the top 10. I've just got this feeling. And I think they're going to win this one. I think they're going to win 2-1 is what I'm going for that. And Ivan Toney will score a goal. I mean, what are you saying, Abs?
2-0 still Brentford, because Brighton have started off well. They've started adding goals to their game. They're no longer just XGFC. And so, I'll probably have to back Brentford for this.
Brentford for him. What are you saying, Lewis?
Well, like I said, both of them started very well, and I think I've underestimated Brentford, if I'm honest with you. But however, I'm going to say 2-0 Brentford.
2-0 Brentford. Yeah, everyone's quite confident in Brentford as well. I like hearing it. What about you, Declared? What are you saying, bro?
I'm actually going to draw. I reckon it's a hard to split, but I think Graham Potter, when he has these 6 point, you probably counts this as a 6-pointer game, and when he goes away, he keeps it rule tight, and I think he's going to make it hard for Brentford. I can see a draw, even a 0-0 draw.
So what, a 0-0, no goals whatsoever? Yeah, is that what you're?
Yeah, I think it's just one team not wanting to lose. Where Brentford has shown they're good on the counter attack, and if the team's not attacking them, that takes away their best strengths. So I think it might be a tight, a boring game maybe.
Fair enough. I mean, Chelsea boys saying 1-1. Daniel saying 2-0 Brentford. Tony Brace is what he's going for as well. And what are your thoughts on? I'll keep this open to all of you. Ivan Toney, do you think he's someone that's going to have a really good season for Brentford and in the Premier League, or do you think that you might see that he'll struggle? Because I think he's got all the attributes and characteristics to be a good player in the Premier League. He's strong, he holds the ball up well, he's good with the ball at his feet, and he scores goals. So what are your thoughts on him as a player?
He's got the ability. It's just whether he can... He has the ability to do it. It's just like whether the pressure will get. Because everyone will know now of scoring lots of goals each season. So I wonder if whether we'll get on to a bit with the Premier League. It's a different level, of course. I said this before the season. I'll reckon to get about 15 this season.
15 this season. Wow. Okay, fair enough. I do hear that.
He-
Go on, Declan.
He's a perfect like type of striker for the EPL. That big, strong, and quick. So yeah, I think he'll do well. I think it's the team that will let him down. Actually, I don't think you'll see as many chances, but they do play a good style, and I think they'll utilize him a lot. So yeah, he's made for the Premier League. That's how I see it.
Yeah, 14 goals is what Daniel's saying. Abs, do you think he can score double digits easily? He's cut off, isn't he? Or is it me? Abs.
I think he's thinking how.
He's cut off. El Padrino, my boy, is saying 17 goals. We'll move on anyway. It seems like he may have cut. He's just like stuck in that face position. Let's move on to the bottom of the table battle, innit? We've got Arsenal versus Norwich. Let me take Abs out because he has actually frozen. Abs, come back in, bro. With your McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. What's going on here? The match between Arsenal versus Norwich, the battle of the bottom, hey? So Norwich, they both lost.
Battle.
They both conceded the same amount of goals. This is crazy. You know, they've both conceded the same amount of goals. Arsenal are at home, obviously against Norwich. I know as bad as Arsenal have been, surely they're going to be in a better... surely they're going to do better this time round. They're going to have to wake up soon because there's no way in hell they can be sitting at the bottom with no points. -9 goal difference as well. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win because I think they will bounce back. I think Aubameyang will get a couple of goals, and I just think Norwich are going to be the ones that are rock bottom of this league and will get relegated this season. So I'm going to go with maybe a 2 or 3-0 Arsenal on this one. What are you saying, Abs?
You really have a bit too much faith in Boomerang, don't you? Nah, it's not going to be 3-0. They're going to concede because Arsenal have a very leaky defense. They've got, what's his name? The Tropicana, Joe Flanagan, Pablo Mari at the back. And then
Aren't they getting a few defenders back? I think White should be back.
White
and Gabs.
Anyway, is not that good. I'm sorry. I don't get why he's dead. Nah, you know what? I'm going to be, the Scrooge on this. 1-1. And it's going to be in like a last minute with individual brilliance for Arsenal to salvage it.
There you go, man.
Kicking them while they're down.
What are you saying, Lewis? Do you think Arsenal can bounce back or do you think they're going to struggle at home?
They must win. It's a must win. It's I fear for Arsenal if they lose this. If they lose this, I fear them for the rest of the I don't fear them, but I fear for them for the rest of the season.
Billy Goatmore.
I think they'll concede. But I think they're going to win 2-1.
2-1. Okay, fair enough. What are you saying, Declared?
It's a must win. Like Arsenal couldn't ask for a better game, man, to rebound on. I can't. Yeah, I'm with you, Jem. 2-3-0, maybe even.
2.
Oh no, I'm not going to give them a goal. Yeah, it has to be. I think clean sheet for Arsenal. I think they bounce back. I mean, end of the day. I know we want to kick Arsenal while they're down, but we also want Arteta to stay. So we got to wish for some wins too. But yeah, they have to respond, man. They can't. They can't.
They have to respond, and they're really. I mean, I don't understand how many lives Arteta's got because it seems like he just can't get. You just can't shake him off. You can't get rid of him. It's like he doesn't matter what he does wrong. He will still continue to manage Arsenal Football Club. But listen, I think they have to respond. El Padrino saying Billy Gilmore to run the show in middle. He thinks that 2-1 Norwich could possibly be on the cards. Big up to Matt as well. He's saying 1-0 Norwich. 1-1 for Tommy as well. Big up to him in the chat as well. Daniel Wilkinson is with us as well, bro. How you been? You all right?
I'm good. You? Everyone else? All good?
All good, mate. All good, mate. What's your thoughts on the Arsenal-Norwich game? Tell us.
I think Arsenal's going to bounce back and it's going to be a big score. 6-0.
6-0. 6-0.
Yes.
Daniel's gone for 6-0, guys.
Norwich, yeah.
Any viewers that are in the chat that haven't given their thoughts on the game, let us know what you think the score predictions will be. And let's try and get to 30 likes, guys. There's over 25 of you here. Let's try and push the 30 likes mark. We're not there yet. We should be there, but we're not there yet. 5 away, so let's try and do that. But yeah, Daniel, what was you saying?
I just think Arsenal to score a lot of goals because most of them ain't gone international break, have they?
Zedvio's like, what planet is Daniel on? Why is he so confident in Arsenal? Have you seen them at the moment? They are rock bottom, Daniel. Look, they are minus 9 goals, lost 3. They've lost 3 in the last 3. I
I
do
just said
agree.
they'll do a West Brom thing.
Do you reckon?
Like they did the West Brom in the cup.
Yeah, it's
They'll win by a big score, and then they'll get their hopes up again, and then they'll get humble again.
No, but on average, Arsenal have conceded 3 goals a game.
That's embarrassing. Arsenal have actually conceded 3 goals. They're on minus. Yeah, you could work it out. An average 3 goals a game. That is. And what was their first 3 games? Brentford, City, and Chelsea.
Yep.
To be fair,
and we slapped them as well.
Yeah,
Man City scored 5, and we scored 2, and Brentford scored 2.
They got an easy next 6 games, except for Tottenham. I think they got an easy run, so that will tell everything.
Arsenal's run after Norwich is Burnley, obviously Wimbledon, and in the EFL, and then they've got Tottenham, Brighton, Palace, and then Villa. I mean, surely they can start picking up some wins in these games. They should beat Norwich.
Yeah.
Burnley away, always a tricky ground, but they should get the job done. Spurs at home, they could lose. We know. Brighton away, potentially. They should win that as well. So, they've got enough points there that they can accumulate to get them away from where they are at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I think they should really get out of it. I mean, I love seeing it. Who would have ever thought you'd see Arsenal 20th and Spurs at the top? It's just mad. They're both the North London teams top and bottom at the moment. But we move. And the next game we're talking about is Manchester United versus Newcastle. Man United are at home. They're on 7 points. They've played, obviously, 3 games, 1, 2, drawn 1. They haven't lost any yet. But their goal difference is 5 as well, 5+. They're up against a Newcastle team that is 17th at the moment. Played 3, lost 2 and drawn 1. Only got 1 point out of their first 3 games as well. A tricky tie for them at Old Trafford. But I believe they've had some good results at Old Trafford, if I remember right. They don't do too bad over this. So, actually, let me give my thoughts at first. I think Man United will win. Cristiano Ronaldo returns. Will he start? Yet to be seen. I'm not 100% sure. If he doesn't, I still think they've still got a good enough squad with Cavani, Sancho, Bruno, Pogba. They're all in some great form at the moment. So I expect them to win at least 2-3-0. But it really depends on how Newcastle set up. If they set up to be hard, and if they do play counter football, if they can catch the Maguires, etc. on the run. But it's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to go over 2, maybe 3-0 Man United. What are you saying, Abs?
Even if the stiff mechanical Curry got Cristiano Ronaldo's comeback, just because of that, I'm probably have to say, because I think Newcastle will score. Even they've not had great results, but they have looked good in some games. Even against West Ham in the first half, they were actually quite good against them. So I'm gonna say 4-1 United. Sorry, 4-2.
4-2 Man United is what Abs has gone for. See people in the chat already saying, Samuel saying, I think that Man United will thrash Newcastle 6-0. El Padrino saying 5-0 Man United. 5-0 Man United. What are you saying, Lewis?
Well, I mean, first of all, they've got United. They've got Ronaldo back. That's probably the best news I've ever heard in the last few years. And then they had some bonus news this morning that Fred can't play. So they're going to win easy 3-0.
Easy 3-0. There we go. Everyone's very confident. Declared.
Yeah, I was going to mention the Fred thing as well as a blessing in disguise. And the fact that Ronaldo picked up a yellow card so he can go back to England early. So he might be primed for a start. I think this is the Man United showcase with all the new signings. A bit of a thrashing, like 3-0. That's what I reckon.
3-0. Everyone's very comfortable in saying that Man United win 3-0. What are you saying, Daniel?
Man United's going to win this because I think Callum Wilson's injured, I think, for Newcastle, and he scores most of their goals. So I'm going 4-0 Man United.
4-0 Man United. And the biggest question of all, I'll ask you guys this as well. Does Cristiano Ronaldo start against Newcastle? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he starts.
Yeah. I don't think he does because it's Ollie. I think I'll bring him on.
I think that's Ollie. There we go, guys.
Does anybody else also say it?
There's our predictions for for the Man United game. El Padrino says he starts 100%. He reckons. Tommy says no, he doesn't think he will start whatsoever. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs. And do we think he's going to take the Golden Boot, guys? Is Cristiano Ronaldo going to be the top goal scorer of the Premier League this season? Abs.
Nope. Unfortunately, it's going to be that left-footed pace and power merchant fraud Mo Salah. He's going to miss it. I can't.
After these little talk, man, I love it.
He's such an average footballer. The man cannot dribble. He cannot pass. He just runs in straight lines, and it's literally a give and go, bang. And he's not even that clinical. He scores 1 in 5. So yeah, he's going to miss it. Ronaldo's not winning the Golden Boot.
I mean, viewers, do you agree? Is Mo Salah an average footballer? This is what the views are of Abs. I want to hear what everyone's saying in the chat. It's funny because Terry done a debate on Hazard against Salah, and for me, it's an easy one. It's always going to be Eden Hazard for me. But we'll do a debate about that one day. Actually, I think that'd be a good debate to talk about. But big up to Chelsea fan in the chat as well. This is big up to the panel. Lukaku is what they think is going to be the top goal scorer. That's what Cesario saying. Ronaldo now runs that team. PE teacher is in his world now. There you go. Man United will win 2-0. Salah overrated. He's a top tapping merchant, is what Tommy's saying as well. He will have the most fail front three. What Samuel's saying. But yeah, we move.
All Salah does puts the ball in the net. That's it.
Thank you. Him and
that's sometimes a good quality.
That's the only quality he has. Hazard had everything, man. Goals. Was it goals?
Output's important, though. Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Let's go through all of this, though. Let's try and go fly through these games and obviously give our thoughts and predictions. We're moving on to Southampton versus West Ham as well. Big game. West Ham sitting second at the moment, 7 points, 3 games, 1-2, draw 1 in good form. Southampton are sitting in 13th, 3 games. They have drawn 2 and lost 1. They haven't won a game yet this season. They're up against West Ham at home as well, so they've got the home advantage. I'm going to go with a West Ham win. I think West Ham are strengthened in the right areas. I think West Ham have got an actual decent squad to be able to compete again this season, at least be in the Europa League area. So I think West Ham will win this game, and I think they'll win 2-1. 2-1. 2-1 is what I'm going for on this one. What are you saying, Abs?
West Ham, Southampton are going down, unfortunately, and this is just going to be the start of the rot.
Mo Salah is a top footballer. Blue Lounge says big up to Mo in the chat as well. He disagrees with Abs. He says he's not a tapping merchant. 3-1 is what El Padrino's saying for West Ham. ZVO saying West Ham's got this one. Nick Blue saying Southampton 1-0. Chelsea fans saying 3-1 West Ham. What are you saying, Lewis?
West Ham easy, I think. They're on absolute fire at the minute, and there's one man called Mikel Antonio. He's scoring goals for fun at the minute. Absolute fun, and they've got in the bag easily. And I think it really would have got me if he scores again. So 3-1 West Ham.
3-1 West Ham. Guys, we're on 30 likes at the moment. Let's try and push for the 40 likes marks. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Share on all your socials. Let's let guys know that we are live as well. We move on from that on to Declared. Declared, what are you saying, man?
I'm going for the upset. Well, actually, I'm going for the draw.
Yeah?
I think it's time for West Ham to come back to earth. They're flying high. Southampton, if they bring that performance they brought against Man United, I think they can even get a result at home. I think they don't have a win yet, yeah? Is that right? They're taking their first win?
Well, they have Brozier, Southampton, didn't they? That's one thing, obviously, up front. Brozier will be playing for them.
Mento played excellent. I think they're still chasing their first win at home, I think.
Yeah, they are. They've not won a game yet. They've drawn 2 and lost 1 at the moment. So
they're putting some good performance. I actually think they can get something. I'm actually going for the win or draw. I got to pick one, yeah. I'll go for the draw, be safe.
Okay, fair enough. Right, is Daniel, what are you saying?
I'm going 2-1 West Ham. Antonio will score twice because I think he's got a good chance for the Golden Boot.
There you go. Fair enough. Hassan's saying 2-1 Southampton. Personally, I prefer the other one. All right, I think they're talking about something else. I must be talking about something else. Fair enough, guys. We'll move on from this game and we are going to move on to the next game, which is Leicester versus Man City. Leicester at home as well. Big game. Kickoffs at 3:00 on a Saturday, which is a bit weird. I thought that would be a sort of a later game, to be honest. Leicester they've played 3, they've won 2, and they've lost 1. Haven't drawn any yet. Man City, however, have played 3, won 2, lost 1. It's going to be an interesting one, this one. I think this is not going to be as telling as Man City just walking this one. I think you could probably potentially see either a draw, a 1-1, or I actually think you might see a Leicester win, and it could be like a 2-1 Leicester. I ain't going for a Man City win on this one. I think Leicester will beat Man City at home. So I'm going to go with either a 2-1 Leicester, or I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. So, Abs, what are you saying?
You throwing a spanner in the works. No.
2-1.
But I might just go for a 2-1 City still. Actually, no, 1-1 because they've got Champions League this weekend. They want to try and focus on that.
There you go, 1-1. What are you saying, Declared?
It's a bit of a hard one because I know Edison's out, Jesus is out too. And if it was last year, 100% Leicester was their kryptonite, but Leicester have been so bad. And a lot of Leicester players went out on international as well. Man City have some fresh players in their team. I'm gonna go Man City 2-1.
Man City 2-1. Fair enough. What are you saying, Daniel?
I'm going Man City 2-0 because I think Leicester's defence at the moment is very shaky.
2-0 is what Daniel's saying. What are you saying, Lewis?
Well, Scott Carden's probably in net for Man City. And who are they going to play up front? That's another question. Could take Jesus out.
Yeah.
I play Torres up there.
And Torres false 9.
Yeah, true.
Torres. Yeah.
Or Blake Grealish false 9. No.
Yeah, you know that.
No,
it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
It's going to be a 2-2 draw. There's a lot of draws. Blue Lounge is saying hit the like, people. Let's try and get to 40 likes, guys. Like I said, there's 40 of us here right now. We can do that. Let's try and get to the 40 likes mark, Matt, please. 4-0 is what Cesario is saying for Man City as well. They are missing a striker, and I do think that's the one thing that might catch them out this season. Last season, I know people said, but they won it without a striker. Aguero was on the bench and Jesus played minimal games. But I think you've got to bear in mind where Chelsea have strengthened in that aspect, where Man United have brought in Cristiano Ronaldo, again strengthening their selves as well with that, and Varane as well. I think that there'll be a lot more competition up there. So I just don't see how Man City just run away this season with the title, or even won't get close to it, because I think they'll compete. I still think they'll be there or thereabouts. I just don't think. Just got this feeling that they're not going to retain it this year, only purely because of not getting that striker. And you've got to bear in mind they lost a chance of getting Messi, they lost a chance of getting Ronaldo, and they got turned away from Lukaku as well. So, and Harry Kane didn't come as well. So when you think about it, they've not had the greatest of summers, trying to bring over a striker, which I think will work against them going through the season. Tommy's saying 3-1 Leicester, no Edison, no Jesus. Remember, big up to C1 London. This is big up to Abs as well. Big up to you guys. Let's move on. We have got Chelsea, Aston Villa. We've got Leeds and Liverpool. And we've got Everton, Burnley. I always save the best for last, so we're not going to do Chelsea yet. We're going to go on to Leeds versus Liverpool. And obviously, Leeds got absolutely spanked by Man United the other day. So Liverpool have played 1-2, drawn 1 on 7 points. And Leeds are 15th, played 3, drawn 2, lost 1. Not in any great form as well, and struggling to actually compete this season against the big teams. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Leeds are going to do this season." They've got a good manager, etc. And every time they come up against a better team and they try and play them at their own game, they get caught out. And I just see this happening again. I think you've got to bear in mind with Liverpool, they've got Virgil van Dijk back. Even though I still don't think they're going to win the league, I still think they'll beat Leeds and they'll still be in the top 4 runs easily. So I think Liverpool will win this. I think there'll be goals. I think Leeds will get a goal, 1 goal. But I think Liverpool will win this 3-1 is what I'm going for. Abs, what are you saying?
You forgot something very important.
Tell me.
Adrian tax.
Okay. Well, what's happened to Alisson? He's injured.
Can't play. He's Brazilian, isn't he?
He's been
No quarantine.
Oh, yeah. Crap. That's the 5-day rule. I forgot about it. I just done it just now, didn't I? Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
So, oh my, this is
And
fun, guys.
Fabinho as well. That helps.
And Fabinho, yeah.
No
There we
Fabinho
go.
as well. Wow. Didn't know that. 2-1 Leeds is what Abs is saying. 2-1 Leeds. So Patrick Bamford getting them goals. What are you saying?
No, Rafinha's. In fact, no, Rafinha got banned.
Yeah, he's out too.
Now,
Against your
what?
decision.
I had Tyler Roberts. Patrick Bamford and Tyler Roberts masterclass watch.
Against Virgil van Dijk, yeah? He's a confident.
They did it last year, remember? They slapped 3 past them opening day of the season.
True. I forgot about that. And he was playing. That was before he got injured, wasn't it? If I'm right in saying. Yeah. So interesting stuff.
Is that they play a high line? It's just made for those 2 fraudulent wingers, Salah and Mane. It's made for them to score. You know what? Now I changed my mind. 2-2. Just off the back of that, 2-2.
3-2 to who?
No, not 3-2. 2-2.
2-2. Draw. Okay, 2-2 draw. What Abs is going for. Declared. What are you saying?
I was almost with you, Abs. I'm gonna go for Leeds win. I think those outs are too big for Liverpool, and the style they played last season ran them off the park. I think it's be an open game. I wonder if Dan James is going to come right in where Rafinha's playing, so to fill in that hole. Should be interesting. I reckon Leeds can nick a win here. I'm going to go for 2-1.
And do we think Dan James is someone that's going to thrive under Leeds? Because everyone's always banged out about Dan James leaving Man United, and if he was to go anywhere, it would be Leeds because of the way they play football, very attackive on the breaks. Do we see Dan James actually doing better at Leeds than we would at Man United?
He can run. That's all I can give him. He can run, and that's all that Bielsa cares. He might thrive. He might thrive with more space. He'll get that. What do they call it? Like that mongrel kind of chase down. I think that's why they say it suits him, because that's how he was. And I think he's just wrapped to get more game time because he wasn't playing in that Man United team.
There you go. What are you saying, Daniel?
I'm going 3-2 Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 3-2. He's going for goals, man. You're lot of thinking that they're going to bang loads of goals past the Van Dijks and the Matips.
Leeds do score a lot of goals and they can see a lot of goals. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I think Dan James will come back to haunt Liverpool and score.
El Padrino saying that that Dan James will get coached better at Leeds than he did at Man United. Obviously, he'll get more game time, which is another thing. Dan James can do better because Leeds get a better manager than United, is what Fadil thinks as well. What are you saying, Lewis?
Well, I'm gonna say a 1-1 with Jack Harrison and Mo Salah scoring.
There you go, guys. What are your thoughts, guys? Obviously, in the chat, there's over 45 of you here right now. Please make sure that we smash the likes. 50 likes is the aim. Let's try and get to 50 likes. We're at 40 at the moment. We can do that as well. And so please make sure you smash the subscribe button as well, as we're on our road to 3K subscribers. Let's move on from the United game. We've got 2 more games left. One of the games that we are going to do is Everton versus Burnley. Obviously, Everton are at home. Played 3, 1-2, drawn 1, on 7 points again. Played a good couple of games, to be fair. Everton started well. Burnley, on the other hand, I've lost 2 and drawn 1. I only have 1 point. A lot of people thinking Burnley may get relegated. I think they won't. I think they'll still be in or around sort of 15th to probably their 13th to where they are now, actually 13th to 16th. I think they'll be around that field. So, but in this game, for me, it's definite. I'm going to go for Everton. I'm going to go for Everton win, even though I think Burnley can be a headache. I think Everton will beat them. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 Everton. However, there is no Richarlison, is there?
No,
for Everton.
No.
No. Richarlison.
I thought he was in.
Richarlison is
Richarlison play.
Oh, Richarlison's allowed to play.
Yeah.
It's absolutely pathetic.
What about Alan?
Okay.
That's what I was wondering. Is he allowed to play now as well?
I think Richarlison played for Brazil. That's why. I think.
No,
I think he got
Richardson's
kicked.
not allowed to play because Everton are friends with the FA of Brazil, basically.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Weird.
basically.
No, he wasn't in the team.
Was he not in the team, or was he?
No,
Did he travel?
He didn't travel, I don't think. I'm sure he didn't.
It doesn't matter if he was in the team this break or not. Every single player is not allowed to play who's brilliant.
There you go. Abs.
Oh, weird.
Everton, Burnley. What are you saying?
Yeah, 3-1 Everton.
3-1 Everton is what Abs is saying there. We're saying declared.
I think it'll be a tight game. I'll go for 1-0 Everton.
1-0's there. Daniel?
1-1.
1-1. Lewis?
I want them to get smacked because they've managed to get Richardson allowed to play. So I absolutely hope they get smacked about 3-0. It probably won't happen, but I hope it gets smacked.
Are you, Lewis? Are you a Liverpool fan?
No, I'm not, mate. I'm not.
Who do you support?
I'm a Villa fan, mate, and I'm absolutely shitting myself this weekend.
You're a
He's
Villa
a Villa
fan.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate, I'm a Villa fan.
Yeah, he's a
Even
Villa
though
fan.
that's good. That's
He's
good
been-
to know, mate. That is.
He's been
good
waiting
to
for this
know.
prediction now.
So then we'll come to the that it makes it even more interesting, doesn't it? Because it's saving the best for last. Chelsea
And a
Football
neutral.
Club versus Aston Villa. Obviously, Chelsea have played 3, 1-2, drawn 1. They're on 7 points as well. Aston Villa, on the other hand, have played 3 and they've drawn 1, 1-1, lost 1. They're on 4 points, sitting in 11th. I am going to start with Lewis on this one because he is the Aston Villa fan, and it'd be good to hear from him. How confident are you going into this game up against us, mate? Do you think you can get a result? Or
I'm really
or
no,
what-
honestly. I said to my mate who's a Chelsea fan, I'm hoping to get a draw, but it won't happen due to the fact that I looked on FootMob, and honestly, the amount of injuries we have or the amount of people that may not be able to play is absolutely ridiculous. It's outrageous. So
There you go.
we're playing Jedsteer, arguably the worst backup in the Premier League. Honestly, yeah. If Lukaku can play, which is looking he can't, he's having a field day. Sanson might be back. McGinn, I believe he's back from isolating. Ramsey's out, I believe, with COVID. I think Mings is back. I think Constant might be out. Louise can't play now.
Wait, haven't you got what's his name that you signed? What about Bailey? Can he not play yet?
He's injured.
Well, he had a he played, I think, good 45 minutes against Watford. Missed the game against Newcastle due to injury. I believe he is back, which is good. Which I do want to see him play now. Obviously, Buendia can't play.
Martinez.
Martinez as well.
Back, I believe Watkins is back. All in
You have
all,
got a squad.
we're getting better.
You have
All
got a
in all,
squad available, haven't you? That's what we're saying. Yeah,
Doesn't
I know
matter.
you're missing a couple of players here and there, but you've got
It's-
quite a strength in depth squad, haven't you?
We do, but the thing I'm scared about is that the bench will be quite youthful due to the fact with the amount of people that can't play this, that. Should a lot of people not being able to play, I believe we will have quite a few youngsters on the bench. And obviously, I believe that Kenny Chuamaker guy will start, I would be thinking. Now Louise can't play. No, I think he would anyway, because obviously we have no Cam with Buendia isolating and Ramsey out with COVID. So, but all in all, I'm really not confident. And all in all, it's going to be, I said to my mate, I reckon it's going to be something like 3-0 Chelsea. Really not confident.
There you go. That's an Aston Villa fan there for you guys. Obviously, we will be doing a Chelsea versus Aston Villa sort of match reaction show. That'll be later on in the week, so you guys can get involved. Try and see if we can get a couple of Villa fans on, and maybe a couple of Chelsea fans on, and just have a talk about it and stuff. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Abs, what are your thoughts on this game, mate? Obviously, there's talks about Lukaku having a bit of a knock. I think he's going to be back because when I read the article, it was very clear that he will. It was only a minor knock and that it's not nothing too serious. Are you confident in Chelsea getting the job done against Villa?
Yeah, Alden. So, wait, who's got the centre background?
Who's what?
Lewis,
Lewis.
the crackling.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, mate.
Go on.
No, sorry, Lewis, bro. But no, you see what it is. I don't think it's gonna be a walk in the park, Lewis. As bad as the problems you described them, I think we're gonna have one eye on the Champions League game against Zenit. So I might have to go for just a standard 2-0. You know, it's not. We're not gonna slap them as much as I would love to slap them. For the fact that we didn't slap them last season, I don't think. Well, I think we'll be a professional 2-0. Lukaku's gonna score, and I'm gonna say Kai Havertz's gonna bag again.
There you go. Kai Havertz to come back. He's been again. I think he had a minor flu as well, didn't he? He wasn't playing for Germany. He's come back as well. We should have we'll have to wait for Thomas Tuchel's press conference and to see who's fit and who isn't. But it's coming on soon. But Declared, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I did read about Havertz and Lukaku. Little doubts whether they start or not. That flu, whether he's got over it or not. If they're out, then it's a harder game. But Villa's got too many outs, and plus with Kante injured, maybe we see Sol. Sol plays. It's a walk in the park, I reckon. I want to go 2-0.
Saul Niguez plays. It's a walk in the park, is what you're saying as well. I know Declared's a massive fan of Saul Niguez as well, but I still think Kovacic, Kante probably could play, couldn't he? As well, he had a minor injury, didn't he? If I'm right in saying,
Kovacic can't take off.
I think Villa's got too many outs that make it really easy for us. But yeah, if Havertz and Lukaku can't start for whatever reason because they had that cloud there, then I think even getting goals for us might be hard. I would just take it.
All right, Dan, what are you saying?
Mount won't play because Gate's overplaying him. So I'm going to go. If Lukaku starts, I think he's going to bang a hat trick.
Wow, Daniel is.
And I'm going 5-0 because of who's Villa's got missing in it, Buendia and Martinez. Martinez is a big miss, I think, because he's.
Who is their backup keeper though? I don't know. Do they have a decent backup? Lewis was out. Or he's gone.
Yeah, 5-0 is what Daniel's going for. And it says, it will be 2-0. We don't score too much, and Ziyech plays behind Lukaku. That's another thing, is what Talau's saying. Football Style's saying Sal will start because when you look Chelsea's Twitter, they put him as background photo for the game of Aston Villa. Is that any sign that Sal Niguez may potentially start this game, guys?
Yeah, they do that normally.
He won't start. He'll come off the bench. But yeah, I'm still adamant we're gonna slap them. I'd love to slap Villa, especially what happened last season when obviously we got screwed over in the first game with Lampard, and the last game where we just about made into the top 4. So, but no, it's purely that Champions League factor. Of course, remember we've got.
Let's have a look. So
that's why Abs. Sorry, Joe.
So yeah, we've got Villa obviously on Saturday the 11th. Then on 3 days later we've got Zenit. The one thing I would say, we have to be prepared that we're going to be playing like this especially coming to November, December, 3 days break and then games in. And this is why I think when you look at us last season to what we are now, there's a lot more strength in depth in our squad to be able to switch from a Villa game to a Zenit game. So Sal could play against Villa, but then against Zenit, you might have Kante back or whoever, do you know what I mean? Or a Jorginho, and you can switch it. So I just feel like we have options, is what, provided they all stay fit and don't get any injuries, we'll have options going into these games. So Villa, Zenit, and then if you look from the 14th to the 19th, which is a Sunday, next week we've got Spurs away, big game. Then we've got Villa again a couple of days later in the EFL at home. So we're playing them home twice. And then I'm going to the City game. I've actually got my tickets, but we have got City at home at 12:30 on the 25th. And then the 29th, which is a couple of days again later. So it's what I'm trying to get at. Every 3 or 4 days, we're going to be playing again. You see? So
that's all. That's what I wanted to add. Why I think people like Sal Niguez and the people that didn't go international might start for Chelsea in the Villa game is because this wasn't a normal international week. This was 3 games in 10 days. So some of those players have been fresh with travel and 3 games. So they might actually get a rest in the Villa game and be more up for the Champions League game, and then leaving and then have a full team at Tottenham, and we could do the same against a Villa, rest, and then full team for Man City. I think this is how we get through some of our injuries and missing players. If Lukaku's got a niggle, we might not want to play him so many games, and who knows with Kai Havertz. But I think we might see some different players in the Villa game, just because the people that didn't go internationals might be a better choice.
I hear that. I do hear that. Guys, we are, 8 away from 50 likes. We should be there already. There's over 60 people here right now. Guys, please make sure that you smash the like button for GNA TV. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We massively appreciate it. This week, we've got a couple of shows to bring to you. Obviously, got the match reaction show, match preview show, for the Chelsea-Aston Villa game. We will be trying to get a rating show in over the weekend as well. And there's potential for the ladies show and maybe a European show from Alex as well. So there's a lot going on over here at GNA. Also, we're going to try and fit in a debate show as well for Chelsea debate, which I'm not too sure yet. I'm still thinking about what we can debate about, as it's still quite early in the season. But over 60 of you here, we should be on 50 likes. Let's try and get to that. Listen, guys, we've got some interesting games coming up. Obviously, there's a couple days in between these games. So if you look at, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games to play in the whole of September. We're already on the 8th or the 9th of September, if you think about it. So there's a lot of football to be played in between it, and some hard games, right? You look at that. Villa at home is not going to be an easy game. Tottenham is not going to be an easy game away. Man City's not an easy game. Juventus away. That for me is going to be interesting. For 4 days between them both. You've got Chelsea, City, and then Juventus away as well. I mean, there's a lot that's going to be... It's going to be a lot going on for Chelsea. And I'm just looking to see if it gets any easier for us, because we've had a very hard start to the season when you look at what we've played up to now, with the Arsenals, the Liverpools, etc. And you look at moving forward, and you've got Southampton, Brentford, Malmo, Norwich. So looking at them 4 games, it does get a little bit easier. You can throw Newcastle and Malmo into over them 7 games, including Burnley. We should really be looking at it as not a break, because in many ways every game's still going to be hard. I think Brentford away is going to be a challenge for Chelsea, but it should get a lot more easier, maybe, in many ways. I don't know if you guys agree.
Now, do you know what it is, Jem? I can see some. Oh my dear God! I have a feeling now you've mentioned that. I have a feeling we might get a draw with Villa, but then we'll win our next 4 games. Because for me, there's 2 games where I can see us dropping points. Not because we should on paper, but just because of, once you've gone on runs and stuff, and obviously after international break and all that, it's Chelsea, Villa at home or Newcastle away. Because remember, we don't normally win at Newcastle. Yeah, we beat them last season, but there were no fans, and St. James is crazy. So if we beat Villa, then we'll probably lose to Newcastle still.
Let's go through it. Let's do it as a little bit of kill time. After this, we're going to give you our predictions from 1 to 4. I'll then reopen the lines. You guys can come in for the next half hour, and then we'll obviously tie it up. But looking at these games, so we've all said that we should beat Villa. Then it's St. Petersburg at home. I think we should win that game, guys. So I'm going to say a 2-0 on that one. Do you agree? Win? Should we just say win on that one?
Yeah.
Win. What about Tottenham away? Because that can be challenging. Nuno's... they've kept Harry Kane. Son's out. Don't know how long he's out for, but I mean, do you see us winning that game, or do you think that might be a potential draw for Chelsea?
Easy work. We're going to win that.
Wolves. That's Wolves 2.0, man. I think we get the win there. I think as much as they're going to try to keep it tight, we get a goal.
Yeah,
so they won't be able to score.
Are we all saying win for Chelsea on that one as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Daniel, do you agree?
I think we're going to win every game. Like,
wow,
this month.
Right, we're going to move on. Don't worry. So you're saying, go on.
Every game this month, not. Oh. We're not going invincible like Wayne thinks.
Now we've got Man City in this month as well, so we're going to get to that. Obviously, we've got Chelsea, Aston Villa in the EFL Cup. Again, guys, do you expect us to win that at home? Or do you think there'll be one we'll win and one we lose? Or do you think we'll win both against Villa?
No, we should.
B team versus B team.
Yeah.
You know, there's we could slip up. I think that's where we rest players because we got City as well. But we do have depth, so that's a great thing. So even though we go for B team, it's going to be too strong.
Yeah, I'm just writing saying in the chat for people as well. How many games will Chelsea win in September? There's over 85 of you here right now, guys. Let's try and get to 70 likes. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Listen, guys, let me know in the chat how many games, from what you can see here, Zenit, Spurs, Villa, City, and Juventus, all the way up to the end of September. How many games can Chelsea Football Club win out of them? I want to know wins, draws, losses. Let me know in the chat as well. Abs is putting up his hands of 5, but we're going on to the City game. Chelsea City at home. Are we confident going into that game? I know Tuchel's beaten him 3 times in a row, but sod's law, after a while, you'd expect a win. Maybe a win for City or it to go against us. So is this the game where Chelsea lose to Man City? Do you think, guys?
I think
we got their number, man.
I think the team we're going to lose to is probably Man United.
I think the team we're going to lose to is Man United. That's a bit later on, isn't it? Yeah. So fair enough. What are you saying, Declared? Are we beating them?
Yeah, I think we got their number. I think Pep's still trying to work it out. And I don't know. Just without a striker, we look even better. So, I think with their kryptonite, we get their number. And I don't even think we're going to lose to Man United. I think Solskjaer can't come up with the tactics to beat us.
I don't think that's an individual brilliance because it's got Ronaldo and Sancho and.
Well, I mean, we ain't playing them yet anyway, so I won't worry too much about them. It's a little while till that. But Robbo Crypto saying 4 to 5 games is what he thinks Chelsea will win. Draw with Spurs and win the rest is what we're saying. 5 wins is what E1E saying. Wins is saying 4 wins, 2 draws, and no losses is what Robbo's going for. Big up to Couch Critic who's in the chat as well. You are. Abs, we can't hear you, bro, if you're trying to talk right now. So, again, come back in. Come back in, bro. 6 wins is what Noah's saying. 10 wins for me from the start of Villa. All the way through, he's saying. We're going to win every single game. City won't beat us, is what Wave is saying as well. A draw will probably be the best result versus City. Well, the win would be the best result, but a draw I'm sure we would take as well. A draw will probably be the result versus City. United ain't beating us. Varane's getting dashed around is what Wave's saying as well. So, listen, I think out of all of these games up to the end, I think we will win 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll win 4, and I think we'll draw 2. And I think the 2 games we'll draw will be City and Juventus. I think we'll win 4 and draw 2.
I don't think they're that good.
Just gonna be unbeaten, Truja. The new Invincibles. Take that away from Arsenal too.
Yeah, let's get unbeaten.
Because that's lots of good teams.
Abs is back with us as well.
A lot of good teams on Arsenal.
Yeah, Abs. Why do you think we're going to win all 5? I've said we're going to win 4 and draw 2. I think we'll draw against Man City and Juventus and win the other 4 in September. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, we're going to win 5 out of 6. So
okay, so what game are we losing a game or are we drawing a game?
We're probably going to get a draw against Juventus.
That's what I've said. A draw Juventus, and I think we may draw against City as well. I think it could be a tight occasion. There won't be a lot between the 2 teams as well, so it's going to be interesting as well. Do you think we'll go invincible? Is what the Wave said. Let's answer the questions. And if you've got any questions in the chat, guys, throw them in. Throw in the questions now. The link's going to be in the chat soon, but I need to get to, like I said, we could get to 70 likes because there's 76 people here. We can do that. There's 55 likes. Come on, another 20 likes, guys. Let's get there. Juventus don't have a plan B if Chiesa don't turn up, is what we're saying from what he's seen of them. What was my question?
Will we go invincible?
Yeah, will we go invincible?
No.
If there was ever a time to pick one, I think I've never felt this confident with a Chelsea side. It does feel that strong all over the park. If it's going to be any time, I reckon now. But I think there's too many good teams to go invincible. Too many games.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not going invincible because we got a target on our back because we're the European champions. You keep just leaving that to one side. So yeah, unless we decide to, because remember Arsenal when they went invincible, they dashed out everything, all competitions, even Champions League.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, don't want to go
I
invincible.
think we're focusing on Premier League this year because I think he wants to win it.
That's true, C1. We don't have a great record against Newcastle. I don't know why. Juventus don't have CR7, and without him, 3 clubs is not winning and can't control us. Is what Football Style saying. No, but we still should win the EPL. I mean, let's talk about it. Actually, let's go into it. Top 4. Obviously, let's look at the table. You're looking, Pete. Obviously, I want to know what your top 4s are. People in the chat, like I said to you, there's over 70 of you here. Let us know who you think's finishing from 1 to 4. Or if you want, let's do 1 to 6, because that's the Europa League position, isn't it? 5 and 6 as well. So let's throw 1 to 6 in. I want to give you my prediction first, right?
Go on.
I think it's going to be. I'm stuck. Who's going to win already? I'm
That should be the easiest, Jim.
I'm going to say Manchester United, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and then I'm going to say Leicester.
Are you saying he's going to win the league?
And Leicester, and then I'm going to say Spurs. That's my top 6.
So Man United he's going to win the league?
I'm putting Man United to win the league, yeah.
Yeah, no chance.
Are you joking?
He's covering himself. Jim has to cover himself. He can't put himself out there like that.
Man City.
There's what to put Liverpool first then.
Liverpool. I don't think Man City will retain it. I don't know. I'm still a bit. I just think the striker thing's an issue for them going forward. I really do. What are you saying, Abs?
Okay, no, I'm gonna come out with my big chest and say it like this: we're gonna win it. Man City gonna come second, not too far behind, but they're gonna come second. Man United in third, and Liverpool fourth. Leicester, West Ham. You know what? Why not? West Ham 5th, Spurs 6th.
Okay, so who was your top? Say it again, mate.
Chelsea to win it.
Yeah.
Man City not too far behind. Man United 3rd, Liverpool 4th, West Ham 5th, just for a bit of bounce, and Spurs 6th.
Fair enough. Talal says they were second last year with Volley, and without Ronaldo, I agree with Jim. I think we're going to win it next year, is what Talal's saying. Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool is what E1E's saying. Chelsea boys saying City, Chelsea, United, Liverpool as well. Guys, let us know who your Europa League finishers are as well. So give us your top 6, not just your top 4. Your top 6 is what I want to hear. What you saying, Declared?
Well, I'll do it for you. So Chelsea's going to win it, since you can't say it. So that's an easy one. But I actually think City will come second, just because they, even without a striker, they're good at beating all the other teams. Yeah, they might struggle against the top 6 teams, but they're really good at finishing games outside that, all the lower teams. So I think that's going to go a long way.
Yeah.
And then I think United will be 3rd. And I'm actually going to put Tottenham 4th. I think they have more depth than Liverpool. And Liverpool, the way Klopp runs them, they're going to be like... I reckon injury is going to plague them again. And I think they're going to feel at the end of the season. I think that they finish outside the 4. And I'm missing one more team.
Let's talk about Andreas Christensen keeping 36 clean sheets in 2021. He just can't. He can't let his stinky agenda just stop for one. And we're not even talking a Chelsea topic today. All right, we're talking Chelsea at the moment, as we speak, but it's not even the topic. And this guy's talking about Andreas Christensen.
Talk
about a guy that loves talk about a fan that loves the player more than he loves his football club. There it is, man. Lewis, man.
I got a question for Lewis. That now that Rudiger's seeking a new contract, he actually feels he should be paid more than Christensen. How does he feel about that one? Should he be paid more than Christensen?
Should he be paid more than Christensen? Should Rudiger be paid more than Christensen? People in the chat. Obviously, Lewis is going to say, no, Christensen should be on 400.
Yes, he should be paid more because Rudiger's the most experienced defender apart from Thiago Silva. And I rate Christensen highly.
What about
and
Aspie?
Gem.
Yeah, Aspie as well. Who's
And
our
Aspie,
captain? Who should be paying more?
Daniel, what's your thoughts, mate? 1 to 6.
Chelsea first, Man City second, Man United third, and I'm gonna go Spurs fourth because I rate Nuno very highly.
And your 5th and 6th?
Fifth will be Leicester, and sixth will be West Ham.
There you go, guys. He's saying pay Rudiger, is what he's saying. So he's back in the whole, give Rudiger what he wants. Yes, 100%. Football styles here as well.
7th.
Huh?
The Pagans are going to finish 7th then.
Apparently so.
The Pagans, the Scars.
Wait, did I forget Liverpool?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Liverpool fifth. Sorry, Leicester sixth. Sorry, I know I forgot someone.
Daniel don't even care about Liverpool.
I'm just sick of Liverpool fans, man. They're annoying.
They are forgettable. I'm not going to say.
There you go, guys.
Their front three is stale. The midfield, I don't think that's good apart from Fabinho.
Oh, yeah,
their defense is the best part of it in goalkeeper.
Nick, I know you're trying to get in, mate, but your device is not connecting, so you might need to use a different device, mate, to try and get in. The link's still in the chat, so you can just come out of it, try a different device, or come back in and see if it works. But we've got Football Star with us as well. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, what's up? Hi, how are you going? How are you doing, guys?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
What's your thoughts then on the top 6? Tell us.
Jim, I have a question. Just have a question, first of all. No, why do you think Chelsea were not going to win it? I know what you're going to think.
I'll give you an answer why I don't think we'll win it. It's not that I don't think we can win it. It wouldn't surprise me if we did. But it's
then wants another Champions League, don't we?
It's not for me. It's not just the. Even we've bought Lukaku in, and that's cool. The thing that I'm more worried about overall is how everyone else is going to contribute to the team. Because even though Lukaku will score goals for this football club, I think it's important that whoever's behind him, Mason Mount, Havertz, Werner, they're going to need to contribute. When I mean contribute, I mean not 5 or 6 goals. I mean probably double digits, early double digits that they need to be into for us to be up there. And I'm still not 100% sure on whether Werner's going to do it. Mason Mount will do it. I think Kai Havertz has got the potential to do it out of all of them.
Yeah.
I think Mount can do it.
I don't think Christian Pulisic or Hakim Ziyech. I'm not, again, it's just too many question marks for me. And I think it's important that if you win a title, that you have a team that can contribute to scoring goals, and it's not just.
But there will be rotation. There will be.
Is that why United will win?
They need to score.
FC.
They need to score. That's what I'm saying. I just think that's the only thing that I've got a question mark on.
Yeah, but my top 6 will be Chelsea and Man City, Man United, and then Liverpool, then Leicester City, then Aston Villa. I don't know. I think because how they play last matches, like Ings scoring, and I think they are a good squad balance, to be honest. But Tottenham, you will never know. You will never know. I don't know.
We've got Danko. Danko's saying Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United, Spurs, West Ham. Big up to him as well. We've got Nick here. Nick Blue, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Hi, nice to see you first time.
Yeah, nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. I've seen you in the chat quite a lot, so it's nice to actually see you visually as well. I mean, what's your thought? Go on, mate.
Brilliant channel.
Yeah.
I just want to say mainly about Rudiger. We have to do, Chelsea have to do whatever it takes to keep the guy. He's the best defender in the world at the moment. And you can't sell him or nothing. I'm sure they're going to give him a big contract because Tuchel really, he doesn't want him to go. And someone was saying yesterday, doesn't matter, we should sell Rudiger and get the money for him, all this crap, But for me, he has to stay. For us to win the league, which we will if he stays. That's what I think.
Fair enough. I hear that. I'm assuming you're a very big Rudiger fan. The fact that you think he's one of the best in the world at the moment is...
a fan Chelsea player.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, are you confident in Chelsea winning the league this season, or do you think...
Yeah, I am for a long, long time now. I haven't been. This year, I'm sure we're going to do it.
I agree, yeah.
Keep the back defense, Christensen, Rudiger, Chalobah, Aspie, and the rest. Keep the back line the same. So I think Saul is going to be something good as well. I'm sure we're going to end up buying him. He's a great player. We talk about him. He'll be like another Kovacic. We can buy him. And we don't need these people saying we need Declan Rice, Bellingham. Who's the other one? Schumann.
Yeah.
Need none of them. We have Billy Gilmore. We have Conor Gallagher.
But I think Billy Gilmore should get...
Okay. And we have enough players. I'm sure Billy Gilmore will be back next year.
Would you rather throw more confidence into what we already have, shall we say, rather than look elsewhere, Nick? Is that what you're saying? We should look at the Billy Gilmores and that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Gilmore really produces, with Norwich and keeps them up and has a great season, he'd be back for sure. So, he'd be playing when we need to rest Jorginho. He can pop in like he did before. I'm sure he's going to be a great player as well. We don't want to let him go.
Do you not feel like with Billy Gilmore, it's still too very early in his career to be asking him to start playing for Chelsea?
After this season, it won't be early. They're going to be looking at him. If he comes out really good, then I'm sure they're going to let him go nowhere. And we won't need to buy any other players either.
But now he's had the same amount of loans as Mason Mount and Reece James did before they got into the first team.
Yeah.
Mount had 2, didn't he?
And Gilmore's had 2. And I think James has had 2.
That's right.
But I think he should get more loan, to be honest.
I don't think. I've been watching him.
He's been on about 5, I think.
It's been one of, not one of the best Scottish player in Scotland's team.
I agree, I agree.
When he did play for us, he was good, so.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Nick, because I remember you were saying in the chat that you're with me about Saul misplacing Kante on the bench too. So I'm with you all the way.
Whoa.
Sometimes
he's going to bench Kante.
We have crazy fans out there. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I hear that, and there's a lot of people that really do like Billy Gilmore, and then there's a lot of people that think he's not going to get his opportunity because they think Chelsea Football Club might, in many ways, buy in that position, and that can still happen because we don't. When you look at Chelsea as a rule, we don't like to we don't give many people the opportunity. I think Mason Mount and Reece James are 2 players that have been given the opportunity to come up from there, and I would love to see Billy Gilmore come in and be another one.
But guys, if you think that's all going to get better, like he's good at the games, then like Kovacic situation, remember when we get him in loan, then he did very good. Then he stays in our club, and then they pay Chelsea for Kovacic.
Yeah.
If he did very good, like this season, I think he will stay. Then the situation of Gilmore, it will be tough. I don't know if Jorginho leaves. Jorginho
will go back to Italy eventually.
There's probably a good chance Gilmore could go on a second loan. But the thing with Jorginho, everyone's saying that in Italian team, go back to Italy, sorry. I don't think he'll go. I think that for the position he plays, and it's more his soccer brain that he uses, is his best quality. He can play till 34. He can do the same thing till that age.
No.
So he doesn't have to retire early.
Yeah, he does. It's not him. It's his agent talking all the.
Yeah, I know.
Send him to Madrid and all this. It's not just he wants to stay at Chelsea, for sure.
I don't know. Maybe the situation get different. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
we find out soon.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but once he gets to his 30s, we won't give long contracts, and
that's why we need Gilmore. be there to, he's got. He
Do you feel Billy Gilmore can keep up with the physicality of the Premier League though, playing in midfield?
Yeah.
Or do you think
more, but the way he plays is physical.
So players around him as well. If he's got players good around him, except Norwich, who's he got around him that's good apart from him?
He knows everywhere.
Yeah, no, I
Looks
do.
like he's bulked a bit too.
Yeah, he's got to be bigger.
He is. Obviously, we've got this guy potentially be given the opportunity to make his debut against Aston Villa.
So yeah,
on-
this is what
on
I mean. This is
Saturday
what
as
I
well.
mean, Jim.
Yeah.
That's what.
What's he pointing at though? Because the way he's done that, he's pointing at his chest.
Do we think he will start? Is my question.
Yes.
Do
I
we
think yes.
he will
I
start
think
this
yes. Kanti is injured, and Kovacic maybe not starting because of the lack of training. Like there is not a lot of time to train, and maybe
he
he will
gonna
not
be
start him.
Yeah,
Kovacic just played for Croatia, man.
can't
Yeah,
see
but
I
he's
know,
gonna
I
play
know,
with-
but
That's the reason why he
when he
rests.
come-
Yeah, but who's going to play with Sowell though? If Jorginho and Kovacic might not play.
No,
I think
was going to say
Jorginho.
Where's
the
Kante?
opposite reason. Because
Kante's
Kovacic
injured, eh?
played the 3 international
risky.
games, which is probably, giving him a little rest. And Saul hasn't played anything. He's nice and fresh. And I think
Yeah.
Jorginho got a rest. I'm not sure. I think the last game.
No, he
Who
played
will
and missed the
start then?
penalty.
You look what
Oh,
it's.
Yeah, for Italy, I mean.
Then who
You
will
look
start?
very tired. And
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
Jorginho
No,
played-
Matty K's saying obviously he thinks he'll start on the bench. He don't see him start. But are we? I'm just trying to understand. Jorginho and Kovacic not going to be ready for this game. I don't know. We don't know, do we? He's not. They've not
I
clarified.
think it'll be
that.
Sowell and Jorginho, I think.
Jay-
Yeah, I
Jorginho.
think
Yeah.
they had 1 week training. Like, of course, I think one of them will start. Like,
Well,
I
they're
think
still
Son will
not
start.
back. And I think that's a unique situation because, like I said, they play 3 games in 10 days. I think they're going to come back, be assessed. If someone's feeling niggles or sore, and, we got a Champions League game as well, Saul can play in front of one of them, if one of them don't feel 100%. So I think that's going to be a
But guys,
difference.
I know this is a
guys,
little
don't
bit
be
off topic.
surprised.
I know this is a little bit off topic, but we had a comment from SempreMilan.com, quite a big following, sports media as well, 438k. They're saying that AC Milan's Frank Kessie has put Chelsea and PSG on alert, and both have made sensational offers to the midfielder. The Blues have offered him 8 million a year net, while PSG have put a 10 million a year plus bonuses offer on the table. And I don't get this. Was this prior to the transfer market? Is this something that we're going to be doing going into next season? I don't know.
January.
Why would we want Frank Kessie?
Transfer windows.
He's so wavy, Kessie. I'd take him in a heartbeat.
That's what we just closed now.
I think people trying to keep up the speed of the transfer market.
It's like when you say Manchester United and Manchester City want to get Declan Rice.
Yeah, I think it may just be paper talk, to be honest, looking at it. But the fact that it was so detailed, the way it was explained in terms of Chelsea offering this and net and PSG offering that net, tells me that there must be some sort of truth,
But Jam, it could be a deal that never actually happened from the transfer window, and maybe there might be some continuance. But maybe it's a deal that didn't actually happen from the transfer window.
Yeah,
There's also talked about Chelsea being linked to Jude Bellingham. Is it another player that you should be interested in?
I want him to come to the club. I want him.
He's another.
Did you?
I like how
did you
Nick was
see an
saying
England
too.
squad?
Yeah, but look, we got Gilmore there, right? We got Saul. You said it yourself, bro. We're gonna pay Bellingham what? He's gonna go for big bucks, 100 mil for a spot that we already got like 2 players.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
but did
Gilmore,
did you check?
If you compare them both.
I think it all depends on Saul, how he. That's for us this season. If he's really good, then forget anyone else. That's what I think.
Sal will start if Kante gets injured in the warm-up minutes before games, is what we were saying as well.
Isn't Kante injured?
I think he's injured.
I don't know. I don't think we know it because there's people saying Lukaku injured, people saying Havertz has still got flu, so we won't know all this until we had Tuchel.
But I saw Havertz in training, and he was in the squad.
Yeah,
the German training, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Also, he on Instagram he put it and a photo of him with his fans signing.
I'm still lost with this Kessie thing because people are saying there's a pre-agreement for January for Kessie to come to Chelsea. I just don't get how you buy Sal Niguez, you have Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, but then you still want another midfielder. Is that because we're not fully confident in Sal? Is there potential that he might go next season and we don't buy him back?
I think we need more depth in the midfield.
Maybe.
I think an extra midfielder. 5 midfielders better than 4.
Yeah, facts.
No, it's enough.
Yeah, but
I think.
we've got like 6 or 7 wingers, man.
In a team that doesn't play wingers.
Are they young? But first of all, they are young. Maybe your club they have players wingers. I don't know.
Kessie can be thrown back on loan, maybe.
No, it will not happen like that. It will not happen like that. It will not happen.
If it was to happen, I'm saying, like, why would we go for after another player, another midfielder?
Kante's long-term
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Is what they're saying.
How many
here
midfielders Man City got?
No, Kante will stay. Of course, he will stay. I think.
No, but what they're saying is long-term replacement. I.e., once he gets moved on, you know, a Kessie or a Bellingham will be someone that will come.
Yeah. I agree.
Man City have 5 midfielders.
I don't mind that.
But the problem that I think he might not come Jude Bellingham because his idol is Gerrard. I don't know if that's what I'm saying, but I'm nervous.
Can't afford him, man. He ain't going Liverpool.
Because they said his idol is Gerrard in the England squad live train.
Yeah, otherwise he's Lampard as well. Not just Gerrard.
Listen, guys, there's over 100 of you here right now. We're only on 60 likes. We should be on 75 likes right now, guys. So please make sure you smash that like button. I want to know what your thoughts are in the chat in regards to this news, in regards to Kessie as well. Would he be a good signing for Chelsea if this is true, coming to our football club? I want to know. And also the talks about Jude Bellingham. There was also talks about Declan Rice as well. Apparently Chelsea are going to have a bit of a bidding war against Man United for him as well. So there's a lot of links to Chelsea at the moment.
Man United have Declan Rice, man.
But big up to Velv.
Our fans arguing between Willie Rice and everyone else getting annoying.
There you go. I think that explains it. If he's on a free next season, why not?
Yeah, Velv.
Yeah, my phone's overheating now, Joe. I'm going to go, man. I'll speak to you.
All right, mate. Take care.
Take care, everyone.
See you later.
Mate.
See you.
Yeah, we're going to finish off very soon anyway. We'll put the link in the chat for people to come in and have their say quickly, and then we are going to tie it up soon. But that is the news that we have at the moment. Just seems there's anything else on Twitter that's of interest. Let's do something for Lewis as he's here. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but there's something here
guys.
In regards to Christensen. Go on, mate.
I have something to say. Complain. It's out of the thing, but it's related to our player. Like, is it fine to say it?
Go on, mate.
Now, when you see an England squad, the last game we played, like with Reece James, I feel so mad. Like, why he just passes back? Like, he's nervous, like all the time. That's the issue. Like from him, like when I see him, I see like, no, Southgate will not get him like another game to play. Like from how I see it, because I don't know. Like I hate when he just passes back and not like getting forward or have the confidence to go. But he's my player. Like I know. That's what I'm thinking.
That might be Southgate's orders, man.
I know, but when you look at him, like just passes back. Like what?
Yeah, it might be till they get to a certain point on the ground where in Chelsea he gets the bomb up forward.
We've got a little.
We've
got a little 3-8. Oh, thank you to Velv in the chat who's just DM'd this to me as well. Here's a breakdown of the 3 players that will be next year, 2022. Kylian Mbappe, Paul Pogba, Goretzka, Dybala, Insigne, Dembele, Frank Kessie, Pellegrini, Brozovic, Belotti, Schüller, Christensen, Rudiger, Lingard, Bale, Isco, Sergio Roberto, Corentin, Tolisso, Bernardese, Zakaria, Hummels, Modric, Ginter, Di Maria, Lacazette, Tarkowski, Onana, Camara, Luis Suarez, and James Rodriguez. Guys, you look at the names that are free agents from next year. It's crazy, isn't it? Like Chelsea, surely you would take a couple of them for your own football club. Look at them.
Yeah, it's crazy that Lacabunda's made it on that list. He's the only dead ball out of them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's definitely going to be interesting because these guys are all falling out of contracts. It looks like they're running their contracts to that. I think Pogba will go next season. I think Mbappe will be at Real Madrid. I think when you look at Dybala, potentially like an Arsenal or someone's wanted him, didn't they? So that could be interesting. You could see him coming to the Premier League. Dembele is a weird one. I think he'll go back to France. Kessie, obviously linked to PSG and Chelsea. He's going to be a free agent next year, so that makes sense why Chelsea might be looking at him moving forward. Pellegrini's available as well, another good player. Brozovic as well, a sitting DM, something that everyone's cried that Chelsea need. Could Brozovic be a good player for Chelsea, guys, if we wanted him?
No.
Yeah, he can be actually. It depends what maybe you wouldn't want him as a starter, but I reckon he still
Guys,
could
if
do the job.
if Rudiger goes, will you take Nicolas Sula?
No way.
No, man.
Well, he's got a point because Rudiger hasn't signed a contract. There's talks about Rudiger actually saying that he's open. He's keeping the door open to see what interest he gets. That tells me that he might not be a Chelsea player next year. So who do we look at? Because I think Christensen will sign a new deal. I don't think he's going anywhere, Andreas Christensen. But in terms of Rudiger, still very up in the air, you know. So a Schüller might be on the cards. You never know.
Maybe that's where Koundé comes in. Chalobah maybe steps up. I can see Silva staying for one more if he has an okay season.
Yeah,
and just takes purely back up.
There's a couple of DMs there. If you look at this list, there's a couple of DMs here that we could use moving forward, right? You've got Kamara, who's available, who's free. You've got Talisio, he can play there, can't he? You've got Goretzka. You've got, who else have you got? You've got Kessie.
Zakaria.
You've got Zakaria. You've got, Kamara. You know, there's a lot of players that are decent players that could, if you look at 2022 next year, once they're free agents, that Chelsea could look at and go, we could bring them to the football club. They could actually be of use, you know. So that's interesting. Really, really, really interesting. Joseph, I know you're trying to get in, mate, but you need to change your device, mate. It won't let me add you in, so you need to go out and come back in, mate. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you had a choice, I'll give you right. Let's have a bit of fun with this. You got three. You could pick 3 players from the list to come to your football club. 3. Yeah, I'm going to go with my 3 first. I want people in the chat to put their 3 players that they would like to take for their football club and put them in their team. I'm going to start and I'm going to say Paul Pogba. I'm also going to say. I'm also going to say Kylian Mbappe, obviously, because I think if you can get Mbappe at your team, then why not? Mbappe, Pogba, and then I'm also going to throw in there. Probably going to throw in there this is hard. I think we need a DM. So I'm going to either go with Kamara or Zakaria. They're the 2 I'm going for. So, yeah, that's my 3 that I'd like to come to our football club. What about you, Abs?
Pogba, Kessie, and Zakaria.
Pogba, Kessie, Zakaria. What are you saying, Nick? Any 3 that you'd like there?
Goretzka. Mbappe.
Yeah.
And who else is on the list?
There's loads, mate. You've got Pogba. You've got Dybala. You've got
yeah, probably
Dybala. What are you saying, Declared?
We can't go past Mbappe. I'm a massive fan of Isco.
Yeah.
I'll count him. And the last one's probably Goretzka.
Goretzka is his shout as well. What are you saying, Football Star? Who do you want? Who's your 3?
I will take Nicolas Sula, and I will take Zakaria, and I will take. I don't like to have 2 DM. I don't know. I will take Mbappe.
There you go. What are you saying, Prime? Prime, if you could pick 3 of these players, who would you pick? Who would be your 3 to come to Chelsea? Prime, you there? He's obviously not there. He's doing something. He's coming, but he's not there. Couch Critic is saying Goretzka, Kessie, and Mbappe is his. Perry Sports is saying Zakaria, Ginter, Kessie. Fair enough to him. So he'd take them to Aston Villa. Dembele, Zakaria, and Schüller. what Robo Crypto's saying. We're saying Zakaria needs a new challenge. Come to us and he will shine. Goretzka, Mbappe, Kamara as E1Es. If I missed anyone else, Velves is I would sign Goretzka, Dybala, and Camara for Liverpool. Is he's pick of the bunch. Yeah, interesting stuff, man. Really interesting stuff. But listen, guys, I do need to shoot because I have got work to do. We've been going for an hour and 36 minutes. So thank you very much for tuning into the channel. Abs, Nick, Blue, Prime, you weren't here, but Prime, football style, declared. All you guys. Jem, you think Mbappe is dumping Madrid option to come to London? No. I think Mbappe will go to Madrid. I think there's been talks of him wanting to play in the Premier League. I just don't know who could afford him in terms of wages. And I think there's only Man City. I don't think Liverpool can. Chelsea. But then Chelsea would have to get rid of Pulisic and maybe even a Ziyech to bring in someone like an Mbappe for me as well. So, you know, it's I do think he'll go Madrid. Kessie, Dembele, Ginter is what Elias is saying as well. Guys, 75 likes. Continue to smash the like button. Let's try and get to 100 likes, please. Please leave a comment below on this stream as well. Let us know who your favourite three would have been. Let us know what your score predictions are for the Chelsea Aston Villa game. We'll be back to do a stream for that, a stream for the Chelsea Villa game at some point this week as well. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Pogba ending career at Madrid under encouragement of Zidane is what we're saying as well. Big up to him. Thanks for all tuning in. Continue to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you again all soon. Peace.
VIP, stay low key, like bando, bitch, oh please, yeah. Brand new whip, no keys, yeah. Get down on knees, yeah.